This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by Wpial. For the county.
To throw to first. And that's your ball. It has won its first ever Wpial championship.
Today is Laurel.
There it is. Champions, the Static Lancers.
Strike three. The Union Scotty, golden once again.
One gold, not enough. How about 2 district gold and 2 state gold for the Lady Lancers?
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
9 seconds. Anderson into the corner. It's poised for 3. Good! He ties the game!
Look to throw again, directing traffic, going for the quarterback in the end zone! Touchdown!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from Mars Centennial School, it's Wpial playoff time here on the Lawrence County SportsNet as the Shenango Wildcats, the 7 seed in Class 2A, take on the 10 seed Burgettstown Blue Devils. Brad Winhurst alongside. I'm James Dotson here for the fun. Game 2 of our doubleheader of the 7-10 split. The 10 seed got the upset, Elwood City. Lawrence County fans hoping that the 7 seed holds serve here in game number 2, 7-seeded Wildcats and 10-seeded Blue Devils. We're going to pause now for the playing of our national anthem. There's your national anthem here at Mars Centennial Field. Mars Centennial School, a 4-2 victory for Elwood City over Burrell in the first game here today, and another 7-10 matchup, Brad, and should be another good one as we expect here between Shenango at 10-7, Burgettstown at 9-11 overall. Shenango, of course, 8-4 in section play, those 4 losses coming to the 1-3 seeds, Neshannock and Laurel. Not exactly surprising there with how those 2 teams have been over the last 4 or 5 years. This is the Shenango team. Both these teams pretty young, up-and-coming teams that are maybe peaking a year ahead of schedule.
And you said it, James. You said Neshannock and Laurel. Never heard of them.
No, never heard of them before.
No.
Neshannock and Yanni, right?
Yeah, both those teams are lights out. I know Elwood City got to see Laurel firsthand, and they handed it to them. It was a 4-2 loss there to Laurel in a non-section game. And who can not, if you've been watching anything spring sports-wise, you know about that Neshannock softball team. That is, what, an undefeated season going on over there or something like that?
It's like 60 out of the last 61 or something along those marks. And impressive stuff. They have the first round bye in this Class 2A bracket, as does Laurel, to the quarterfinals on Thursday. Winner of this one will take on Bentworth, who also has the first round bye. They're the 2 seed. They have a young up-and-coming pitcher that we'll touch on over the course of today's game, but we are ready to play ball. Just a few minutes behind schedule. Not too bad here from Mars High School.
Yep, give credit to the 7-10 splits. Back-to-back games here at Centennial Field. Give them great stuff here and move out 2 teams. Bring on Shenango and Burgettstown.
Yeah, they got changed in a hurry. There's your first pitch delivery brought to you by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. It's in there for strike 1 to Rhea Centipal, a freshman. You're going to hear that a few times here. There are 5 freshmen, 3 sophomores, a junior and a senior in this starting lineup. As this one's off the end of the bat towards short, Emma Herb on the first base for the first out of the inning. 6-3 put out. Here's your starting lineup brought to you by Dorn Concrete. Rhea Centipal, Andy Midler now coming to bat. She's also a freshman. The junior, Layla Sherman, hits third. Emma McGregor, fourth. Another freshman, Brooke Robinson, the pitcher, hits fifth. Madeline Gwitty hits sixth. Designated player is the senior, Ashlyn Kabata. Taylor Grace and Cameron Redinger round out the batting order. Alice Kabaka, the sophomore in the flex, playing second base. So again, it's Centipal, Midler, Sherman, McGregor, Robinson, Gwitty, Kabaka, Grace, and Redinger for the Burgettstown Blue Devils. 1-0 the count here to Midler. Off the outside corner for strike 1 from the sophomore pitcher, Kennedy Lynn, a 9-7 record on the season. Here's a stat that's going to blow your mind, Brad. 123 strikeouts, just 8 walks on the year from Kennedy Lynn. Puts that one in there for strike 2. Here's an unappreciated stat, though, overall for pitchers. Strike rate. 71% strike rate.
That's big. And that means you're throwing strikes in the very first pitch of the bats, and that's huge.
We'll keep track of that over the course of this game for sure, as that one's fouled down the first baseline. Wind picking up here for game number 2, about 65 degrees, mostly cloudy. The sun did peek out there for a few minutes during warm-ups. I'm just impressed we got these games in, considering what the forecast has been over the last few days. This one misses upstairs, 2-2 to count. Head coach Mark Deere of the Burgettstown Blue Devils, 5-7 record in section play this year. Lynn winds, fires. This one's again fouled back towards the hill down the first base line and out of play. Count remains 2-2.
If you catch the action the first game, we had a lot of foul balls, a lot of quick early swings. We'll see what this game brings. And
well, we got 3 foul balls with 2 strikes here from the freshman Andy Miller. So doing a good job of working a good count. And that kind of worked in the Elwood's favor in that game. Not many hits, but they fouled a lot of pitches off early, ended up getting the pitch count over 100, and kind of wore down the freshman hurler in the first game.
And the big difference there, I think they were able to get a couple runners on back-to-back base hits and stuff like that, that unfortunately for Burrell, they were not able to.
They get 4 in a row now fouled to the screen.
Good battle.
So Centipal, Midler, Robinson, Gwitty, and Redinger, 5 freshmen in this batting order. And there were no freshmen on Burrell, or no seniors, on Burrell on the entire roster. It's impressive what these young teams are doing, making it into the postseason. Here's a 2-2 again. Ground ball right back up the middle. Lynn fields the position. Little PFP flip over to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first inning.
First baseman, number 1, Layla Sherman.
2 teams that are making it back to the playoffs. Burgettstown made it to the quarterfinals last year. Beat Apollo Ridge in the first round and lost to Neshannock, though, in the quarterfinals. Previous 2 years, they lost to Laurel in the opening round. Will it be 4 years in a row that the Burgettstown Blue Devils are eliminated by a Lawrence County team? Well, we got 7 innings to figure that one out as the left-handed hitting Layla Sherman takes ball 1. Hit 2-0 as that one misses downstairs. last year for Shenango, a 6-5 defeat to Olsh in a tough game in round 1. We saw that as part of a doubleheader last year with Elwood and Shenango playing back-to-back. That one at North Allegheny. Here at Mars, 2-0 pitch-driven foul down the third base line. Mentioned Apollo Ridge. They take on Riverside today in the 8-9 matchup. Winner of that one takes on Neshannock. Try to get you some finals from those early games as well throughout the course of this one. Two balls, one strike. Another one foul, hit the screen. We do have a early final. Sarah Catholic winning over Best Center 11-3. That's in the 4-13 matchup. Olsh and Steel Valley, the 5-12, and you also have Charleroi Greensburg Central Catholic going on today. That one just misses inside, and the count runs full.
Yeah, give credit to Sherman here. What an at-bat. 3-2 count. Doing it with 2 outs, but still battling back.
Payoff pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. First strikeout of the day. A 1-2-3 inning, though. A multitude of pitches thrown in that top of the first by Kennedy Lynn. Burgettstown 0, Shenango coming up to bat. So let's keep it here and flip the script and look at the Shenango batting order. Your batting order starting lineup brought to you by Doran Concrete. Don't let anyone lay down the foundation for your home or business. Visit doranconcrete.com for your free estimate. Emma Herb, the shortstop, will lead off. Zoe Offey in center field hitting second. Kennedy Lynn, the pitcher, hits third. Brianna Luja, the sophomore third baseman, hits in the cleanup spot. Cooper Buckle hits fifth. McKenna Emmerich in the sixth spot. Reagan Lynn, Milena Joseph, and Gabby Moore rounding out the batting order. Moore is the designated player for Cadence Christopher, the flex out in left field. So again, Herb, Offey, Lynn, Alusha, Buckle, Emmerich, Lynn, Joseph, and Moore for Coach Amy Delaney in her second year of her second stint back here at Shenango. I know Brad's going to hate hearing this. She also teaches math at Shenango High School.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned math. This is a big, crucial week for me. I know we were talking about it leading up to this game, that Keystones.
Yes.
If you've not heard of them, well, now you have.
If you've not heard of them, congratulations. I'm glad you have it.
Yeah, exactly. You said it, not me.
Yeah. Best of luck to all the Keystoners out there taking those tests coming up.
Yeah, and the window sets up perfectly if you're in spring sports and you're in playoffs. Good
right.
luck. It just shows you how more important the books are, and good balance between the two, knowing playoffs are up. And it's not just softball, baseball. You also got track and field coming up as well. Yeah,
those championships are tomorrow at Slippery Rock for individuals, and lots of athletes from Lawrence County doing battle for that one. First pitch is going to be lifted towards shallow right field. It's going to fall in for a leadoff single. Thought about 2 for a minute there, did Emma Herb, but wisely retreats back to the bag. It took 6 innings before we saw the 7 seed get a hit in the first game. Takes 1 pitch, and it was hit for the freshman Emma Herb.
And just a little pop fly there, but it was deep enough right between no man's land, and it dropped, and well, there you go. Shenango base hit.
Squaring to bunt and pulling back, stealing second base is Herb, her team-high 9th swiped bag of the season. In the circle, by the way, freshman Brooklyn Robinson came in 50 innings thrown on the year, 43 strikeouts, 17 walks. Really, it's been a 3-headed monster throughout the course of the year, though. Robinson has appeared in now 14 of the 17 games on the year. Only her 7th start, though, however. Count 1-1 after that one missed downstairs. Offey, a .453 hitter. Now has a 2-1 count to her advantage. The outfield is Taylor Grace, Andy Midler, and Cameron Redinger from left to right. Madeline Gwitty and Rhea Sentapal on the left side of the infield. Alice Kabutka at second base. Lena Sherman at first. This one, soft liner, is going to be off the tip of the glove of the shortstop. Sentapal, full extension, just couldn't quite get to it. That's going to go in as a single. and put runners on the corners. Back-to-back hits to start the game for the Cats.
Yep, and a little bit different start to this one here, making contact and getting it out magically out of the infield here, and all of a sudden 1st and 3rd, and Shenango's in action here with nobody out.
Squaring to bunt, pulling back, throw down to second base will not be in time, and Herb thought about coming home, but decided against it. Offie with her 7th stolen bag of the year.
And you see that a lot tactical when you're 1st and 3rd. You try to steal 2nd, and if that throw makes it all the way down, you're stealing home at the same time.
Being early in the game, Herb deciding to play it safe. This one's lifted towards center field. Midler's going to settle under it, make the catch for the first out of the inning, but that'll be deep enough to bring in the first run. A Toshiba RBI on the sac fly by Kennedy Lynn. Her 21st ribby of the year extends her team lead and puts Shenango on the board first.
And a big difference from that first game. Can't say it enough. The contact just to get the ball out of the infield.
Now cleanup hitter Brianna Lucia. Listen to how this starting batting order goes. Freshman, sophomore, 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 sophomore. McKenna Emmerich, the senior, followed by Reagan Lynn, another senior, hitting 6th and 7th in the heart of the order. That one misses upstairs. 2-0 the count to Alusha. Team high 529 batting average on the year. And yeah, there are a couple of section mates that have had rough years for Shenango in Shenango's section, but you also have the great players of Laurel and Neshannock that you're hitting against, and that's why she has a 529 average. Ropes that one, 2 hops the fence, and RBI double for Brianna Lucia. Shenango a quick 2-0 advantage.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 2, Cashley.
So Wildcats there batted around second base there. Still another run out there with just 1 gone, and you look up quickly. It's 2-0 Shenango.
15th ribby of the year for Lucia. As yeah, she and Offie flip-flop spots. Buckle to the plate. She's first pitch swinging foul back and out of play. One of the differences just here in the first inning compared to what we saw in the first game, squaring up the softball. Really, other than the home run hit, we didn't see that from Burrell in the first game.
I like the aggressiveness, first pitch swing, and you said it. It seems a little bit different compared to that first game. Makes you wonder if those extra 2 hours made the difference. When you think about it, a lot of the times these softball games that are played during the regular season, we are talking 5 o'clock, 5:30 games potentially. So. Yeah, right after school, 4 o'clock game.
We were a little nervous about the lack of lights here at Mars, but it's lightening up here, and looks like we are going to be able to get both of them in without any worries. And again, the way the weather looked, I'm glad we're out here at all, able to play ball today.
So far, we made it through game and a half inning. I'm waiting for a Mars joke somewhere. I'm waiting for it. I haven't heard one yet.
That one downstairs, count even at 2-2. Well, how about this? It'll take an out-of-this-world kind of comeback for Mohawk right now as they trail 15-seeded East Allegheny 5-1 in the top of the 7th inning. That's an East Allegheny team that was given a 15 seed when they have one of the top pitchers in the Wpial. They defeated one of the top seeds in South Allegheny. They put up 13 hits today. Throw from across the diamond is going to go over the head of the first baseman Sherman, and that's going to allow the run to come in to score. Tough play. Good job by Gwitty to get to it, but the throw high. It will be E5, allowing the 2 runs, or 1 run to come across, and Buckle to go to second base.
Yep. Once again, they trade bases. Now second base here, and I think we're going to have time called by Burgettstown, and don't blame them. 3 runs quickly with only 1 on.
Yeah, I think a good LGKG trip to the mound here. A little consultation time. They've been keeping promises for over 90 years. And again, when you have such a young team, a freshman team, calm down, take a breath. A lot of them, this is their first time playing postseason action. Though the way travel ball is now, I'm sure most of these players have had a taste of the big moment in those kind of games, but it is different when you're playing for your school, for your team.
and we've said it in baseball during the regular season, games that we've even covered, that first inning is crucial. If you can come out and guns blazing and put up some runs there, and all of a sudden 3-0, you can kind of coast to the victory. And if you're Burgettstown here right now, all you're trying to do is just try to get the next out.
So no RBI. First pitch swinging here is McKenna Emmerich, and it's going to go foul back and out of play. Mohawk and Waynesburg going on right now. Just got an update from that one from Ron Paniwaz. Waynesburg just took the lead over Mohawk 5-3. So that is the 12-seeded Raiders leading the Warriors. Inside corner for strike 2. I already saw the one upset, the 10-seed Elwood City defeating Burrell in Class 3A earlier. That game on the NFHS network. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses away. Count 1-2. Beautiful setup that we have right here. You can actually see us on the camera there. Actually, you can't. No, that's the other tent.
It's right beside us.
Yeah.
It's perfectly placed. Tyler's got it where I'm not on camera.
Oh, smart man.
Absolutely.
1-2 pitch, ground ball right back to the pitcher for the second out of the inning. Good job by Robinson to throw it over the first base. 2 down, runner moves to third base, does Buckle, and now first baseman Reagan Lynn will come to the plate. Lynn hitting .244 on the year, but does have 14 ribbies on the season. She swings through the first pitch upstairs. 4 strike 1. Got to see the Shenango team earlier in the year when they took on the Shannock in the charity game. That one misses upstairs, 1-1 to count. The Declan's Dream game, it was a cool fundraiser. They raised money for the Declan's Dream of getting handicap accessible parks throughout the area. And also Neshannock helping to raise money for the School for the Blind at the same time. Really fun moment. Glad we were able to be a part of that one. Shenango battled for 6 innings against Neshannock in that game. As this one misses outside, 3-1 now the count to Reagan Lynn. 14 RBI, only 1 extra base hit on the year though for Lynn. 3-1 pitch popped up on the left side. And I think we're going to get obstruction called here as the runner ran into the third baseman trying to make that catch. So out on obstruction. Ends the inning, but 3 runs on 3 hits. Shenango leads Burgettstown 3-0. Back in a moment. It's Wpial Playoffs on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Top of the second inning, let's take a look real quick at the works in progress keys to the game. Brad Winhurst, just from seeing the game earlier today and seeing these two teams coming in, what are some of the keys you see for both Burgettstown and Shenango here?
Well, Shenango's checked one box for me already, and that was that quick start, and they are the favored team today, obviously being the number 7 seed, but more importantly, you want to jump and get out early, and they have 3-0 lead. And the one I'm going to look forward to is base running. I like always aggressive base running, and can a team manufacture runs the easy way by stealing bases that should not happen? And then ultimately for Burgettstown is keep pace. Do not let Shenango get too far ahead, because if you do, I think with the pitching ability of the Wildcats, that may be lights out.
4, 5, 6 hitters due up here. It's McGregor, Robinson, and Gwitty. here in the top of the second inning. Again, those keys to the game brought to you by Works in Progress Paint Services. Now booking interior and painting design projects for both residential and commercial properties. Give Joe Wright a call today to discuss your next project. Here's the 0-2. Misses off the plate. Count now 1-2. We have another final in from this Class 2A playoffs. The 6-seed Charleroi defeats Greensburg Central Catholic 11-0 in 5 innings, so they will be taking on Laurel. Chopped foul on the third baseline. Funny enough, that matchup's happening right now on the baseball side of things. Laurel, at last check, was leading Charleroi on the baseball diamond, the 90-foot diamond, a 7-2 score line there. This one lifted, fouled on the right field line. It will also get out of play. So wasting pitches, even though it's only the fourth batter of the games. What, 20-plus pitches right now, Brad?
Yeah, Lynn's at 22 here, and both pitches so far up over that 22-25 mark at the end of, well, headed to the end of the second inning per se.
Good waste pitch. Good job by McGregor not to chase after it. The sophomore catcher. Again, if you're just tuning in, 5 freshmen and 3 sophomores in the starting lineup here today for Coach Mark Deere and his Burgettstown Blue Devils. Count runs full. Payoff pitch, swing on a miss. Nice drop ball there. A second strikeout of the game. First out of the inning. We have a moment. Let's take a look at your defensive alignment. Have the best defense behind you with the MedorBonnerLaw.com, a community firm with a personal connection. Christopher, Offie, and Buckle from left to right in the outfield. Brianna Alusia at third. Emma Herb at short. Melena Joseph, the flex at second base. Reagan Lynn at first base. McKenna Emmerich, the only senior, her and Lynn, the 2 seniors in the starting lineup. Emmerich behind the dish for Kennedy Lynn. Again, a 9-7 record, 2.19 earned run average for the right-hander. She's got to come out of the circle to make this play, and it's going to be a tight one, but she makes it in time at first. 1-3 put out to retire Brooklyn Robinson. Pitcher's got to be an athlete, Brad, and I love seeing the pitchers making the plays out there.
Yep, and so far we haven't seen any effects of defense for the past game and a half come into play too much. But you want to make that pitcher get over there and make that play, and good opportunity here for Shenango to put up back-to-back zeros against Burgettstown.
So 2 down, Madeline Gwitty. And that hit the catcher's glove. So the first base runner of the game comes on catcher's interference.
Yeah, unfortunately the catcher there went and just reached out the slightest bit, and it was Emmerich there trying to reach for that pitch.
So this is where I miss Mark Shaw, so he'd be able to tell me for sure, but I believe that goes in the book. You treat it like an error, but it doesn't go down as an error or a time at bat.
I can guarantee you the coaches in Elwood City, they would say the same thing. That would be a mental error that they would write down in the books,
well,
the book that you cover after the game's over.
Ashlyn Kabatka, the left-handed hitting designated player. She is the only senior in this Burgettstown lineup. Swings and misses, strike 2. Oh. And now as Emmerich was going back, it looked like she was considering a throw down the first base, and Kabaka just did a little half swing.
Practice swing there. And
so it's twice she's gotten hit here. Once her fault, once not. The 0-2. Just misses on the outside corner. She hits her spots so well, this Kennedy Lynn. You can see that already just in the first 2 innings. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 Ks in the inning. Not for the catcher's interference. She's taking care of everybody, has Kennedy Lynn. Go to the bottom of the second inning. 3-0, Shenango leads.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Bottom of the second inning coming your way here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Bottom of the seventh inning, and it's going to be tough sledding and not the way you want to see that great class of Mohawk seniors go out, but it is going to be a rough one there as they trail 10-1. The 2-seed Mohawk trailing 15-seeded East Allegheny 10-1. Incredible finish to that one. This is popped sky high and somehow is caught by Brooklyn Robinson. Looked like she had kind of given up and was going to let the catcher McGregor get it, and she ends up getting the snow cone of her own.
Oh, we got a great picture there for sure, right in our wheelhouse. Her face said it all. She was like, "Ooh, I caught that. Wow." So one out here for Shenango.
First pitch from Gabby Moore is fouled down the first baseline.
That one's going to be stuck in the back of my head. Mohawk and East Allegheny, 10-1. Wow.
When we were doing the bracketology, I had East Allegheny as high at one point as a 7 or 8, and I ended up ranking them as a 10, I believe, when I did my official ones. But saw that as a 15. Like, there's no way. Knew that was going to be a tough draw, but I thought for the pitching, I thought that might have been a 2-1 game or a 3-1 game. I didn't see East Allegheny coming and putting up 17 hits in the game. Swing and a miss there from Gabby Moore for strike 3. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. First strikeout of the game for Robinson. It was a good response, though. For the first 5 batters, reach base. She's retired the next 4. But now top of the order, and Emma Herb, who on the first pitch of the game got a single. She's first pitch swinging here for strike 1. 9 first pitch strikes on the first 10 batters of the game. You like seeing that from Robinson. Only a 2-5 record. ERA of 5, but as you mentioned, she's pitched in just about every single game this year, including a couple of tougher non-section games. Madonna, pretty good program. They went down to the Ripken, played teams from Kentucky in that one as well. This one lifted towards right center field. Redinger, the right fielder, coming over and will make the catch for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, go the Cats in the second. 3-0 after 2 innings of play. It's first round action on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Let's take a look at the bracket here in Class 2A softball. See the 1, 2, 3 seeds with a bye. Laurel will take on already victorious Charleroi in the quarterfinals coming up on Thursday. Sarah Catholic will take on the winner of Olsher Steel Valley. Sarah Catholic won their game 11-3. Apollo Ridge Riverside going on right now. Olsher against Steel Valley also going on at the moment, with this one Shenango leading after 2 innings over Burgettstown with a 3-0 scoreline. 8-9-1 hitters due up. Scoring to bunt is the 8-hitter Taylor Grace, but it's going to go foul. Nice bump, but just couldn't quite keep it in fair territory.
Oh, wow. Look at the hill to our right. There's the sun.
Hey.
Finally. Took a little bit, but the sun is starting to come out, and local time 6:35. Beautiful 66 and a sun.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to sophomore Taylor Grace. It's Grace, Redinger, and Centipal here due up for the Blue Devils. This one chopped towards third. Alusha coming all the way up to make the play for the first out of the inning. Good job by the third baseman. The hot corner, it's not just about the hard hit ball. It's got to come charging like crazy on that one.
Now batting, the right fielder, Cam Redinger.
Cam Redinger, freshman, made a nice catch in right field to end the bottom of the second. Now batting here in the top of the third. And therefore, strike 1. This is our Maley Chiropractic inning. So, Brad, between top and bottom of the innings, we'll look at the rest of the softball happenings here through Lawrence County, including the non-section game that was going on today. Swing and a miss for strike 2. How about that? The only two teams that aren't in the Wpial playoffs. Newcastle missed it by a half a game. Wilmington, well, they're in District 10. They're playing each other today, because why not?
Yep, smart move, and it's awesome that coaches will have a little conversation and say, hey, why not? Let's do it.
You know, Laurel got their scrimmage in today. I believe it was Seneca Valley that they were scrimmaging.
Okay.
Swing and a miss for strike 3 there. Fourth strikeout of the game so far for Kennedy Lynn, and 2 up, 2 down. Here in the third, Burgettstown swings it up to the top of the order, though, with Rhea Centipal.
Rhea Centipal.
And Seneca Valley. I mean, if they got a run in that scrimmage, good for them. Good off-speed pitch there for strike 1 to Centipal. Yeah, I believe her name eludes me right now. I believe she's averaging like 15 strikeouts a game. Averaging. It is a final. East Allegheny 10, Mohawk 1. Kudos to anybody who had that in their brackets.
Like you said, wouldn't have had that matchup from the start, but
yeah. Well, you got to play them eventually.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what Coach Mariano will for sure say. Alusha's throw a little bit low and is going to get away from Reagan Lynn, though she would probably say should have been able to hold on to it. It's going to go down as an error. I think you got to go E5. It was a low throw. One, again, I think Lynn would claim she could do and should have gotten, but.
Up next, center fielder.
Yep. And here's an opportunity. It's a small one, but 2 outs here for Burgettstown. Runner at second. Got to get something in the field of play.
Down the first base line, but foul for Andy Midler. I mentioned freshman. 5 of them.
The year of the freshman.
Shenango hoping it can be the year of the cat. Well, it'll be the game of the cat if they are able to win this one. They would take on the Bentworth Bearcats, as this one's fouled back to the screen. Tell you what, I wondered if that one was catcher's interference. That one didn't sound very hard off the bat, did it? Already have one catcher's obstruction call. The 0-2. Line drive towards first, and an in-between hop. It's going to get past Reagan Lynn, and that's going to allow the run to score. Burgettstown on the board is Centipal, able to come around.
And there you go. We went and said it was one of the key to the game. Potential errors and back-to-back plays there at first that, like you said, normally you have them, and, well, that manufactured that one run. It's 3-1 now. Lead gets a little bit closer.
And that one kind of tough, too. And in between, you could even see dipping liner. Wasn't sure fingers up, fingers down, as this one's fouled down the third baseline. by left-handed hitting Layla Sherman. So first run on the board. I already mentioned the 123 strikeouts versus 8 walks. Here's another mind-blowing stat. 66 runs given up by Kennedy Lynn on the year coming into today's game. Only 26 were earned runs. That one misses upstairs. Count even at 1-1 to Sherman. Now it's kind of the case in that 7-0 loss to Neshannock. It was a 2-0 game. And then one error, one walk, another error. Next thing you know, it's a 7-run game. And that was the closest game that Neshannock had on the year other than Laurel in section play.
And I've always pondered which one frustrates the coach a little bit more, errors or walks. I think for me it's walks, just because you have 4 opportunities to pitch to contact, and you said it, error, walk, and all of a sudden there goes the inning.
1-2 pitch fouled out of play towards the Buses. Never confirmed, but do believe it was Ligonier Valley who ended up on top. So that's who Elwood City will take on in their quarterfinal game. Good job to get a piece of this one there by Sherman. Tell you what, these Burgettstown batters do a good job with 2 strikes of getting something maybe not in play, but at least wasting the pitch. One-two inside, misses, count even at 2-2. Yes, it is Ligonier Valley against Elwood City. Wouldn't be surprised if that's right back here on Thursday.
Could definitely see it, and I would say that one kind of played by the book.
Yeah, it is a technical upset, but that 10-7 matchup can go either way. This one squeaks inside the third base line, going the other way with Sherman. So 3 straight players reaching base. The first hit of them, though, the first hit of the game, the double down the left field line for Sherman.
And that's big, because that first time that you get good contact, and that was ripped down that third base line, all of a sudden it becomes contagious. The next batter, and there you go. There's that inning where put up a couple runs, get back into it.
Yeah, Burgettstown averages about 8 runs per game. They also give up 7 runs per game. All this with 2 outs, by the way. And this one's roped down the first baseline. We got a tie ball game. 2-run single for Emma McGregor. And just like that, Brad, we're tied.
The way that Shenango came out, I would not have expected. I mean, we said it, long game, 7 innings, you never know. But Shenango looked like they were the aggressor, and all of a sudden now Burgettstown is throwing that 1-2 punch right back at you.
Couple of errors, a hard hit double and a hard hit single. Yeah, errors are going to happen. It is what it is, but
gotta limit the damage.
Again, all this with 2 outs. That pitch misses upstairs, ball 1. Brooklyn Robinson now trying to help herself. She gave up 3 runs in the top or in the bottom of the first inning. Trying to get her team back. Now a chance to get the team back on the lead. All right, it is 2-1. I thought I didn't trust my own book. I know better. Count even 2-2. No, the issue was I was looking at the wrong scoreboard, not the one up front, but the one Brad Winhurst always has correct right in front of us.
I wouldn't say always, but you and I are usually on page.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Ground ball foul down the third baseline.
I will say that the first game took a little bit to get used to with us covering all the home games. Usually you have Owen on the bottom, and that first inning was a little bit rough. It caught me a couple times. I'm pushing the wrong button.
Another one ripped foul.
You said it, Dotson. On 2 strikes, Burgettstown is making good contact. It may be foul, but it is good contact.
Already 9 foul balls with 2 strikes in these first 3 innings. forces more pitches, and like that one there, it's wide outside. Now the count runs full. McGregor will be off and running with the pitch.
We're sitting here at top of the third. Lynn now at 60 pitches on the dot. I think we may see a couple pitchers by the end of this one, and there's contact.
Another hard hit between first and second base. 3 straight hits on 3 straight hard hit balls. This time Brooklyn Robinson getting a piece of the action.
And that was with a full count contact.
Next up, third baseman.
I mean, Lynn's not the only one who has thrown this year, but she has, 17 of the 18 starts and what, about 89% of the innings probably on the year.
Yep. Again, no pitch count in softball, but it's crazy. There's a reason why they say for baseball 100 pitches. I think somebody mathematically realized that players at the high school level start tiring out right at that 100 mark.
Well, 105 now, remember.
Well, yes, you are correct. 105. You are correct. There you go. Lynn got that 0-1 count. Gresser still in play here. It's an opportunity.
Be a tough play at first and in time. Not in time, excuse me. Beating out the throw was Gwitty. Quick out of the box for the infield single. 4 straight hits after a pair of errors, all with 2 outs. Bases loaded.
I think they're just going to check here with the umpires to make sure that it was not a dead ball.
Yeah, Coach Delaney thought it hit off of the leg. Now, we saw this in the first game, too, where you would have liked if one of the base umpires did see something that they would have just yelled dead ball immediately.
And it changed the outcome of that inning a little bit because the next at-bat, I think that was when McQuistion was up or somewhere on that along that line where it did change the outcome. We'll see what they say here. Give credit to the Burgettstown dugout. They have been active this inning as they should. 3 runs and first, second, and third, and they're going to say safe. So they're going to say it was in the field of play, not a dead ball. So 2-out contact here once again, and it's bases loaded. 2 outs, a 3-3 tie ball game, and that's going to bring up number 23 here for Burgettstown.
9th batter of the inning.
Yep.
Ashlyn Kabatka. So McGregor at third, Robinson at second, Gwitty at first, and first pitch swing and a miss for strike 1. Fouled back to the screen and quickly up 0-2.
Let's see if that 0-2 contact by the Blue Devils coming to play here. Bases loaded, 0-2, 2 outs. Big pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes. Can Lynn get out of it? Yes, she can. A 3-pitch strikeout to end the inning. But 9 batters to the plate. 3 runs on 4 hits. There were a couple of errors. And the bases left loaded. Here's our Maley Chiropractic inning. So we'll keep you in the game as we keep you informed of what's going on with the rest of the softball world. Let's start with that non-section game we talked about, Newcastle and Wilmington. The Canes taking that non-section win 10-3 over the Greyhounds. Give us a quick synopsis of the Elwood City game that we had earlier here today, Brad.
Yeah, the number 7 seed there in terms of the higher seed came out and got the lead early and manufactured runs the hard way. Not very many hits. In fact, held to just 2 hits in the entire game. Was that 7 seed. And then on the flip side for Elwood City, McQuistion and Palumbi, a couple plays, a couple opportunities, 3 RBIs, 1 hit. And yes, Wolverines did have 7 overall as a team, but small ball was where it was. The final score 4-2 in favor of Elwood City. So they'll move on, and you said Ligonier Valley will be their next opponent. Kind of following the books there as they won their matchup today here. So the number 2 and number 10 seed in the second round, and that's a big matchup for both teams, but more importantly, the winner of that one is pretty much guaranteed at least another game in the states.
Absolutely, that's right. didn't get a chance to talk about that much in the 3A bracket. Only the top 3 make it in the Class 2A bracket. As that wraps up our Melee Minute. It's not the Melee Minute. It's Melee Minute Plus. We know. We never can get it in under 60 seconds. Though I have had one of our producers, Matt Flannery, I've had him put me on the clock numerous times. So we've never been lucky enough to get it done in that 60 seconds. 0-1 pitch by Zoe Yaffe is going to be lifted into shallow center field. And we've seen a few of those Bermuda Triangles here today. That wind, it's deceptive because it's not blowing hard, but as soon as that ball gets up in the air, we're up on the hillside. I think that's bringing it back in.
Yeah, and if you have not been here to Centennial Field, the field obviously is flat and straight like it's supposed to be, but right beside us is this big hill, and it makes you wonder, coming down the hill-wise, if that generates some kind of wind that topples and stops the ball from rotating very well. And we've had a couple, like you said, in that mid-area.
Oh, and 1 to count now to Kennedy Lynn. Runner goes. This ball lifted towards center field. Off. He's going to have to hustle back, but needs to pay attention. Never know. And now she's last second going back. Back and forth we go. And did she tag back up? I don't think she did. Miscommunication there between the offie, Zoe, and Mike. I think Mike thought it was going to drop her and just wanted to tell her to keep her eye on it. She thought it had dropped. That's a unfortunate double play, an F8, throw out the 3 for the double play.
And how quickly the tides have turned here. And Shenango in the front run there right off the gates, and 3-0 lead, and all of a sudden now Burgettstown seems like they have all momentum on their side.
Yeah, so on that one, Andy Midler had a long way to go, able to make the catch. Offie, who was off and running with the pitch, did the right thing, listened to her coach, and came back. But then, because it was a play in the gap, I think Dad wanted her to hey, turn, see it, find it. And she thought he said, go, go, go. She ran about 180 feet to get doubled off, unfortunately. Brianna Lucia gets her second hit of the game and keeps this inning alive. Now does Mohawk, does Shenango have some 2-out magic? Cooper Buckle will come to the plate with 2 down. Swings and misses for strike 1. 12 first pitch strikes, just 1 first pitch ball so far from Brooklyn Robinson. As she is starting to settle in. Where's her pitch count at the moment, Brad?
Officially only 38 pitches.
Yeah. And this one out of the zone, but ripped over the shortstop's head for a 2-out single.
Seems like Shenango kind of settling back into their rhythm here like they had in that first inning. Back-to-back base hits. And a runner there at second in scoring position here. And a tie ball game, 3-3.
2 down now for McKenna Emmerich, grounded out in her first at-bat. Upstairs, ball 1. Brooklyn, you can blame me for that one. I just got done saying 12 first pitch strikes, only 1 ball.
That is something that, unfortunately, the gentleman that you're working with has a notorious record of causing those during, well, specifically basketball season. But between Thad and I, we're both notorious for making a lot of jinxes.
I think the best was the charge calls.
Oh. Don't get me started.
2-1 to count. Yeah, we're going to get off that subject. Otherwise, Brad's going to charge me. Or Thad will charge his way all the way down here.
There you go. There you go.
2-1 to count now. To Emmerich, 8 RBI on the year. Can she cash in here with 2 outs? Now a 2-2 count to the senior catcher. Off-speed pitch off the end of the bat. A lot of English, but it will stay foul. Good job just to waste it. Talked about that for the Blue Devils. Already 9 times with 2 strikes they've fouled a pitch off.
Anything in the field of play, you never know, especially on turf field, and all it has to do is go down that line, stay fair.
Swing and a miss for strike 3 to end the inning. 3 hits in the inning for Shenango, but with a double play and that strikeout, no runs come across the board. We're tied at 3 after 3 innings. Back in a moment, it's Class 2A first-round action on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN. Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
My, how the turntables. 3-3 after 3 innings. 3 runs in the first inning from Shenango, and then 3 unearned runs, all with 2 outs for Burgettstown in the third to tie this one back up. At this point, Brad, you just got to be saying, hey, new ball game, right?
Absolutely. It's a 0-0 game, top of the fourth, just a couple innings through, and as a pitcher, you want to be very methodical here because we're up over 60 pitches for Lynn here. You want to get back in your rhythm like you had in that first inning.
First pitch swinging is the 8-hitter Taylor Grace. She started last inning as they went through the lineup.
Wow.
Grace and Redinger were retired, but then it went error, double, single, infield single.
That brings up the old adage. When do you say you have officially batted around? You knew it was coming. You knew it.
You know what? See, now you got me debating how I think the answer should be.
So what you're saying is I may have stumped thoughts?
No, we're not going to get to that step.
Okay.
You're going to at least make me ponder it.
What's bad is these questions that I come up with, it's because I pondered it myself, and I still am pondering.
Nothing wrong with that. 0-2 is fisted back up the middle, and a leadoff single for Taylor Grace. And the hits just keep on coming.
Yep, and I believe that was another 0-2 count as well.
It was. To answer your question, though, I think I would go with – I think I try to use the phrase at least to avoid that confusion of sending 9 to the plate, and then once they hit a 10th is when I officially say batted around. Sacrifice bunt attempt here from Renninger. It'll be retired on a 5-3 putout. With the sacrifice, moves Grace into scoring position, the top of the order now coming up to bat.
Overall, that was a good play by both teams, honestly. Good bunt there and good speed there. And give credit, though, at third base, making that play.
Number 8, Rhea.
That's a tough throw to get that out.
How about this for an update from just down the road from our Elwood City faithful, as this one's popped up towards the first base dugout, hits off the top of the dugout and out of play. Riverside, they had some trouble as the 1 seed. 4-1 the final. They were trailing 1-0 through 5 innings. They end up getting a combined no-hitter, though, in the 4-1 victory.
Spring baseball sports season.
Well, we knew that 3A was a deep field. I don't think we saw Riverside and Mohawk potentially being tested like that.
No. 2 teams that, and maybe I don't know, maybe a little bit of rust because they just played each other, the week before, week prior. And
this one's fouled back to the screen. 1-2 now the count.
But I think they have a pretty darn good coach there at Riverside that keep that one as a well-oiled machine.
New coach, right? 1-2 to count here to Centipal. Jess misses downstairs. Good hold from the freshman.
Real close. You are correct, though. Lynn has been keeping the pitches real tight, and sometimes that's why you get the contact, but when she misses, it's not by much.
This one lifted towards center field. Offie going back on it, and she will make the catch in deep center field. No tag there from Grace. She returns back to second, 2 away.
Now batting, number 7, Andy Midler.
But, you know, third time through the lineup now, and only in the 4th inning.
Yep, Lynn officially now at 76 pitches. It's a little bit more efficient this inning, but still only top of 4th.
All right, from the get-go, we talked about the pitch count scenario that was going on as this one's fouled back to the screen. I mean, it was a 1-2-3 inning, but she threw 19 pitches in that first inning. We should have a Steel Valley Olsh final. We'll have to try to find that during our next break as well. Winner of that one will be taking on Sarah Catholic. Off speed, just off the plate, evens the count at 1-1. And Olsh winning that one, 8-5 over Steel Valley. 2-1 now the count. So Neshannock will take on either Riverside or Apollo Ridge. That game going on right now. Sarah Catholic will take on Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. Charleroi against Laurel, and the winner of this one against Bentworth. All these quarterfinal games on Thursday. Big question is going to be, we'll get to that after this ball lifted down the first baseline, but it goes foul. If the weather doesn't cooperate tomorrow and all of those quarterfinal softball games get pushed back, do we have the venues available to be able to handle all those games? How much finagling are we going to have to do?
You and I thought the exact same things. These next 3 days, it's tough. They're going to have to figure out something, and I do not envy the WPIL trying to make those decisions. That's tough.
10th foul ball with 2 strikes. That one there from Andy Midler. Grace standing at second base here with 2 down. Count remains 2-2. Fisted foul again. This is the kind of stuff that we see from, again, Coach Mariano and that Mohawk baseball program. A lot of this sort of wasting these 2-strike pitches. This one lifted towards shallow right field, giving a run, a sliding catch made by Cooper Buckle. What a catch right down the right field line. And can you say Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game nomination?
Absolutely. Da-da-da. Make that one absolutely on the board.
Beautiful play by Cooper, and that ends the inning. Back in a moment. 3-3 going to the bottom of the 4th inning here in the first round.
Firefly Solar is a proud sponsor of LC SportsNet. From our regional business partnership to our community benefits agreement with local schools, Firefly Solar is dedicated to being an outstanding neighbor and beacon of economic support for the Lawrence County community. Let's create a stronger energy infrastructure while preserving the agricultural beauty of Lawrence County. Visit fireflysolarpa.com for more info about the Firefly Solar project. Firefly Solar, creating a brighter future in Lawrence County.
We have some action in the Shenango bullpen off to our right. I believe that is, Brianna Lucia getting warm just in case. As you mentioned, the pitch count is getting up there. Lucia has appeared in 5 games on the year. Getting ready if she should be called upon. 7, 8, 9 hitters, Lynn, Joseph, and Moore due up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. But talk about that catch again real quick, Brad, and how that can maybe spur an offense.
Absolutely. We talked about it in the first game, a big play, the RBI, 3 RBIs there.
Yeah, 3 runs driven in the last inning. This one flown out to center field. Bats have gone stagnant since that first inning, though, for Shenango.
Yeah, and makes you just wonder where this one's headed. with it being 3-3 and the pitch count coming into play and you got some bullpen, it's just setting up for a good 7-inning finish down to the wire.
First pitch swinging here is Joseph, lifted towards left field, going back on it as Grace, but she'll make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Designated player number 1, Gabby Moore.
Gabby Moore now comes to bat with 2 down. All of a sudden, it's gotten a little brisk out here, Brad.
Yeah, that sun quickly dropped. It didn't take long, and it showed itself and said goodbye.
Moore first pitch swinging right back through the box. I love the aggressive swings. Yeah, it's going to keep a pitch count down, but they're swinging at good pitches early in the count, or Shenango, and they get a 2-out single here.
And it keeps the pitcher on their toes. Because if you know they're going to pitch the contact, it makes you want to throw it right down the middle or pitch to it, but then all of a sudden you get caught one time and all of a sudden back-to-back hits and you got runners on the bases. So 2 outs here, runner at first, and we'll see if we swing at the first pitch or not.
Herb 1 for 2 today. She swings at the first pitch for the third time, and she gives this one a ride. Midler going back at the track, and she makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Robinson puts both hands on her head. She can't believe it was caught by the freshman in deep center field. Wow.
You can mark that one down potentially as well.
Yeah.
That one may have not scored a run, but we could be sitting here second and third even for that matter. Shenango could have been in business, and here we are. Now we're going to go to the top of the 5th, 3-3.
Couple of web gems in the 4th, but still we remain tied. Back in a moment.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Blue Devils coming to bat here in the top of the 5th inning. They'll send their 3, 4, 5 hitters to the plate. Give a shout out, Mr. Fadden's here. Mohawk graduate, now a principal down at Burgettstown. 1,000-point score for the Warriors.
Heard a couple 1,000-point scores the past couple of years in Lawrence County. All over the place.
Including a 2,000-point score. This one misses outside. 2-0 the count. Sherman, McGregor, Robinson here in the heart of the Burgettstown lineup.
Speaking of that 2000, I think Cleaver as well. They were part of that KDKA Super 7 for basketball. Pretty cool stuff.
And this one just missing. Not missing by much here, but 3-0 the count. And again, we saw Lucia warming up. Making sure she's ready to go if called upon. And a 4-pitch walk, though, to start the inning. First free pass issued by Lynn. And now McGregor, who had the 2 RBI single in the 3rd, will step to the plate.
It makes you wonder if the Burgettstown coaching staff went and said, hey, let's take some pitches here. And they know that pitch count now is at 87. Makes you wonder.
First pitch swinging is McGregor.
Well, I think that one shut me up real fast. First pitch swing and a miss.
Yeah, well. Good pitch there in the outside corner. Good come right back by Kennedy Lynn. Is that throw down to Reagan Lynn? Trying to back pick there was Emmerich. Sherman able to get back in time. Oh, and 2 the count. Just misses on the outside corner. Emmerich set up outside. And Lynn hit her spot. just off the plate. Good job by McGregor not to bite on it. One-two fisted back up the middle. Soft liner is going to be caught by the shortstop Emma Herb. And retreating back to the bag is Sherman, first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Brooklyn Robinson had one of those 4 hits in the third inning as well, the 3-run third. Early on, it looked like it was going to be all Shenango in this ball game. Burgettstown has not gone quietly into the night. Ball 1 inside. And again, that was all with 2 outs. 3 unearned runs with 2 outs to keep this game going.
Yeah, nothing against the first game of the day. That one kind of played straight to the stripes. This one here, 3-3, and it's definitely setting up for something to finish here in the 7th inning coming up soon.
And will it be the freshman-laden Burgettstown squad or the sophomore-laden Shenango team?
Well, I even hesitated to say 7 innings. I don't want to say it that way, but you never know.
Well, I didn't make the mistake I did of the Elwood-Shenango baseball game where after 2 quick innings, I talked about the pace of the game. Ground ball towards second base. Good job to get the lead runner there by Milena Joseph. She went towards first base with her body. Notice how she got that lower body turn to go to second, Brad? Well played.
Yep, smart move. Good fielder's choice there. And you, wherever it goes, you want to make sure it's a clear out. She looked to the right and said, hey, I got an opportunity, and made it happen.
Maddie Gwitty now to the plate. Reached by catcher's interference and reached on an infield single in her 2 at-bats. Swings through that first pitch for strike 1. Shenango baseball should be starting. I think it was the 3rd game of a triple header at North Allegheny. So I'm sure they'll be starting by 7:30. This one right back up the middle to Kennedy Lynn. She'll throw to first base to Reagan for the 1-3 putout to end the inning. There was a walk, but that runner left stranded on the bags. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Still tied at 3 in 3A first-round action.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
To the bottom of the 5th we go. Right now, Burgettstown with 3 runs on 5 hits, and 4 of the 5 came in the 3rd inning. They've left 4 on base. No errors for Burgettstown in the game. Or there's 1 error, for the Blue Devils back in the 1st inning. For Shenango so far, 3 runs on 7 hits. They have 2 errors, and they've left 4 runners on the bags. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. Zoe Offey, first pitch swinging again. This one's going to slice down in front of the left fielder for a leadoff base hit. Zoe Offey, 3 for 3 day.
And we can talk about the pitch count difference right now, 97 to 53 pitches. You're thinking that's a one-sided game, but give credit Shenango. They're being aggressive. Yes, the pitch count's low, but you get base hits like that. Good contact.
So 3 for 3. She already has 1 stolen bag. They're going to try to bunt her over. Beautiful bunt from Kennedy Lynn. Only play is going to be to first, and they won't make the throw.
Yeah, tough play there. A lot of movement. Look at second there, and a lot of individuals for the Blue Devils. Unfortunately, not in the right position.
I'll tell you what, if she makes that throw, I think Offey's all the way at 3rd because no one was covering 3rd, right?
Exactly, and I'm wondering if that's why she kind of indirectly held it, knowing that play was going to be tough at first. Maybe don't even throw it.
Now Lucia first pitch swinging, diving stop by the shortstop, flips to second base for the 1 out, and that'll be the extent of the damage. Rhea Centopol, though, wow. That could have been potentially extra bases, how hard that was hit. That might have made it all the way to the fence.
Couple web gems back-to-back innings here by both teams.
But how about that? 3 pitches in the inning, 3 batters. But now Offie at third, Aluja at first. Yes, efficient. Quick, it can barely get the scorecard updated. One of those web gems you talked about was Buckle. She's first pitch swinging. Only play will be towards first and a long stretch, and able to get the ball at first is the first baseman Sherman, but job done. Buckle drives it a run. That's another Toshiba RBI. Shenango back up top.
Yep, and unfortunately that's indirectly a product of the bunt there. No throw, nobody got out. And Shenango takes the 4-3 lead now. Let's see if they can build off of that.
McKenna Emmerich, late swing there, fouls it off. She wanted to keep going with the one pitch at bats.
It makes you feel like the Shenango coaches said, listen, every single pitch, if it comes in at you, swing.
So Lucia stands at second base. This one flared towards right field, coming in and making the basket catch is Cameron Redinger. That is a 6-pitch inning, folks. But in that 6-pitch inning, you have a run on a hit and a runner left on the backs. But Shenango gets that important run to take a 4-3 lead through 5 innings. Back in a moment. It's Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
After 2 shoulder surgeries, my doctor wanted me to go to his physical therapy, which was out of town, and I chose Washington Center Physical Therapy.
The availability is absolutely amazing. When we call to get an athlete in, we get them in the exact same day.
I see many patients preoperatively for orthopedic surgeries. Those patients who use Washington Center have the best outcomes.
The bottom line is Washington Center Physical Therapy is your best choice for physical therapy.
Call us at Washington Center Physical Therapy, serving the community for over 20 years.
Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to nominate your favorite team or athlete today.
We announced the April Players of the Month, brought to you by the Red Zone and LGKG. Nick Fernitti of Elwood City, as well as the female athlete Ava Koski of Neshannock. We have the flex going into bat here. Kabatka hitting for Kabatka. Alice for Ashland here in the 7th spot in the order, so DP is done. But also want to give a shout out to the LCAP Team of the Month, the girls track team for Shenango.
Yep, and you said it, track and field for a lot of individuals for Lawrence County. I know we posted on our website the entries for all the teams. There's a crap ton of Lawrence County individuals, and they're going to be competing all tomorrow, weather permitting.
Yeah, check out the Twitter page. It has all of the athletes who are listed. Whew.
I'm so glad that they posted everything. And track and field, unfortunately, kind of gets covered up a little bit, especially this year with the weather. But it's great to see local athletes doing some good stuff.
0-1 pitch. Kabaka back up the middle, taken there by Kennedy Lynn on the first for the first out of the inning.
And now with that 4th run by Shenango, now it's crunch time for Burgettstown, because you're in the top of the 6th, 1 gone. That's leaving you right now with 5 outs to try to manufacture a run to at least tie it. Force a couple extra innings. First pitch there swung at. And the trend has continued for Lynn. She gets ahead most of the hitters today. She's about ready to throw her 100th pitch in this one. There you go. Swing and miss makes the count 0-2 now. Lynn looking to be the aggressor here, possibly get the second out and keep the run going here for Shenango. 0-2 pitch, swung at, strike out once again for Lynn. She crosses that 100 mark, but still pitching right down the middle.
5th strikeout of the game for Lynn.
So 2 outs here. Lynn looking to get out of the inning and put up another 0 possible. First pitch once again, swing and a miss. That is Rettinger at the plate there. 0 for 1 today. A 1 pitch from Lynn, looking for a bunt. There's the bunt attempt, but it comes back foul. So Lynn now 0-2 count here, and if you're Burgettstown, you're looking for contact or trying to fight off what has to be the 13th or 14th 0-2 count or 2-strike count.
Now can't do that with a bunt this time now with 2 strikes.
Yeah. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Lynn makes quick work of the inning. Wow. Strikeouts aplenty there, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Shenango with a 4-3 lead, looking to add to it. If they can't here, it's Centennial Field. It's 4-3 Shenango.
That was awesome.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Shenango leading 4-3 over Burgettstown here. Shenango baseball just getting underway. You can listen to that one right now on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Tim Continenza off and running with that one. Yeah, big kudos to our entire staff here with Lawrence County SportsNet to be able to make this happen. Tyler Aaron out there running the cameras for us today, but big shout out to my colleague here, Brad Winhurst, helping us out from good old ECS, staying around and giving us being able to get everything set up.
Well, it was a little bit,
once you're able to get through the doors.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mad dash to make things work, but that's what we do. And big kudos to Tyler there. He's been out there for basically 2 games, so you're talking ballpark range of 4 hours. I'll give him credit.
Yeah. He's a college kid. He can handle it.
Well, listen, when we talked this afternoon, there's contact to the left side. Left fielder makes the catch for the first out, so good out there for Burgettstown. We were talking this afternoon. You're telling me Tyler was 6'5". He is officially 6'7". So he made sure to correct me, and I was like, wow, no matter what, I'm still looking up at you. So went out here for Burgettstown, and give credit to Robinson. Doing a pretty darn good job pitching-wise, keeping this one close enough for Burgettstown, eventually turning over that 7th inning. Right now, 4-3. Contact there to the left side. It's going to get through the third and shortstop gloves. And that's going to be a base hit there for Joseph. So good contact by Shenango, and that'll put the runner, Joseph, there at first base.
Gabby Moore.
Now, at the plate now is number 1, Gabby Moore. Contact once again, first pitch swinging. Good throw to second in time. She'll hold on to it for the out there at second. Throw to first is late. But they do get the lead runner there, so 2 outs here.
We talked about it, Brad. It almost feels like batting practice the way they're just getting up there. Let's go, swing the bat.
I would have never guessed how this one started. Robinson would be sitting here at 64 pitches in the 6th inning. Just mind-boggling, and I can guarantee you this first pitch is going to be definitely looked at. All right, I got one right. Throw down to second, a little bit offline as Shenango stealing the bases there, and that was one of our keys. I thought maybe be aggressive on the bases, could manufacture a run here in the late going. 4-3 Shenango. Opportunity to be halved. Once again, Moore at the plate here. Contact there. It's in the field of play to the right side. Right, and unfortunately, it's going to fall for a base hit, and it scores the run there from second. That'll make the score now 5-3 in favor of Shenango's, and that one, that was the Bermuda Triangle and more. Tough play.
Just perfectly executed, though. I mean, you got the aggressiveness on the base pass, saw a ball in the dirt, in the pebbles, take second base, and now you're in scoring position to be able to make that happen. Now runner goes, sliding in there. Second stolen base of the game for Emma Herb, 10th of the year.
And if you are a Burgettstown player in the field of play, you're sitting there, well, standing there. What just happened?
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling how quickly the tides have turned and the run scored. 5-3, runner at second, contact there, but fouled back, will even to count 1-1. So back to that top of the lineup here for Herb. Sorry, for Offie, my apologies. Herb's at second. Contact ripped down the right side line. Right fielder will make the catch, as that was good contact, but that'll be the third out. So we'll head to the top of the 7th. Last chance here for Burgettstown Blue Devils. They got to get two now. 5-3 lead for Shenango.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Last chance here for the Burgettstown Blue Devils as they trail 5-3. How big is that insurance run, though, in that 6th inning with 2 outs?
Huge. And the way the things have gone here, Burgettstown, yes, they've got 7 hits, but they haven't strung them back-to-back since that 3rd inning. This is crunch time now.
1-0 pitch, fly towards right field, going back on. It's going to go over the head of Buckle. The wind caught it. That's the first fly we've seen really hang up in right field, and it just took off. It's going to be a lead-off double for Centipal, her first hit of the game, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate.
Yep, and that wind was blowing from left to right. You can see it with the American flag there. That one definitely carried, and it just caught the jet stream, and good double by Burgettstown. So nobody out, runner at second. That brings up Midler.
She's first pitch swinging. They're taking a page out of the Shenango book as this one's fouled out of play.
It's one of those ones you could do it, and I can possibly try to do it better than you.
This one outside. Count even at 1-1. Lynn. Pitch count was getting up there, a very efficient 6th inning. This one misses outside. 2-1 now the count to Midler. Reached on an error and scored in the 3rd, but 0 for 3 on the day.
Lynn looking at her 110th pitch in this one. There's 111. That's found out of play and makes the count even 2-2.
A little knuckleball action the way that one looked, but stayed downstairs. Good hold from Midler, and the count runs full. Nobody down. Midler is the tying run here in the top of the 7th inning. Winner to take on Bentworth.
Full count pitch.
And it hits her.
Yep, and that's going to put runners now at 1st and 2nd.
First baseman, number 1, Layla Sherman.
So now up is the first baseman, number 1, Layla Sherman. 1 for 2 today, and she's got one of the runs that were scored by Burgettstown in that 3rd inning. Nothing since then, but big opportunity here for the Blue Devils.
Mentioned not many walks. It's only the 3rd hit batsman of the year as well. First pitch misses outside for ball 1, and now question has to loom. If you're Coach Delaney, how long do you stay with your ace that you've had in the circle all year? When you potentially make the switch over, if you make it at all? You show confidence in your starter here for sure, but this one misses downstairs 2-0.
And unfortunately, that's why I don't mind being behind the fence here, not making that decision. That's tough. Either way you look at it, 2-0 count, 1st and 2nd, nobody out. I have a feeling that call is coming a little bit closer than what most people think.
That one looked like taking all the way there with Sherman. Pitch count up to what now, Brad?
That was officially, I believe, 116. Again, no pitch count for softball, but if you're at 116, you know you've put in a day's work here and still need 3 more outs.
The 2-1. Ground ball, just foul. She snuck one inside that 3rd baseline earlier for a double. That one just on the foul side of 3rd base. Sherman confirms that it is a 2-2 count, nobody down. Here in the top of the 7th. Downstairs.
So once again, another full count opportunity here for the Blue Devils. Anything in play, definitely out of the infield, well, at least plate 1.
Payoff pitch. Misses upstairs. 2nd walk of the game, just the 10th of the year. Sherman drew them both today. Bases loaded. I think you're going to get consultation time, your LGKG trip to the mound.
Yep, smart move there because I could kind of tell Lynn was starting to lose a little control there and needs to get refocused here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Wow.
While we have a moment, give a shout out to our friends at MVP Insurance. After this game, we'll come up with our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Call MVP for the win. Your out-of-town scoreboard mentioned Mohawk falling by a 10-1 score line in baseball. Last we saw, softball was trailing as well, 5-3. Try to get a score update on that one when we can. Laurel victorious 7-2 in baseball. Earlier today, Elwood City with a victory. 4-2 the final in that one.
So Lynn gets the instructions here. Bases loaded, nobody out. First
Nobody
pitch.
out. Now, it may have been a cross-up even there. Did you see Emmerich?
Yeah.
Didn't know what she was.
No.
Fingers up or down.
That's the last thing you want is to be crossed up because you never know where that ball may end up at the end of it.
Just inside, evens the count at 1-1, and this is the cleanup hitter. McGregor already with a 2 RBI single. Burgettstown, all 3 of their runs coming in the third. Shenango 3 in the first, 1 each in the 5th and the 6th. Right down Broadway for strike 2. Sentapal led off with a double. She stands at third. Her run means nothing. Midler hit by a pitch. She stands at second. Sherman walked. She's the go-ahead run at first for Emma McGregor. Ground ball to Lynn. She's going to throw home for the force out. Fielder's choice retires the lead runner at the plate. McGregor reaches, but that's a huge first out to get the lead runner.
Yep, smart move and simple play, but still a play that has to be made.
Tell you what, as a pitcher myself coming up, that was the play I struggled the most with.
Exactly.
Brooklyn Robinson now to the plate. Why is that so tough?
The fact that you throw 123 pitches in that same direction, and you know that one means that much more. Want to know the count. Outside corner, count even at 1-1. Robinson 1 for 3 on the day. Another freshman at the plate. This one hit back and foul. One ball, 2 strike. Soft liner towards second base, going to be taken there by the second baseman. Joseph just takes the easy out to make sure of it. 1 run will come in with the Toshiba RBI and moves a tying run to third base. Yep, and
now batting, third baseman, Maddie.
A couple instructions here from our base coach here for Burgettstown, and it sets the tone. 2 outs, bases loaded. Anything in the field of play you can force out at any direction, any base. But if you're also Burgettstown, you know any base hit here, and that score may flip.
You can't now, though, because that retire at first. First base is open. So that means,
right. You're right, yeah.
But that means that you can be, as a pitcher, you can be a little more careful.
Correct. So. My apologies.
So Guidi's been on base twice. Catcher's interference and an infield single. Good pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Burgettstown down to their final out. Can Shenango hold on, survive, and advance? Deal 1. Just outside. Count even at 1-1. You can tell trying to paint that outside corner right now, Brad, trying to induce a ground out.
Yep, doing it all day long. As we look for pitch 130, be right against that strike zone.
That one tails down just at the last second. A lot of movement, even here after 130 pitches. Still has the motion, still has the movement on the ball, which is nice to see. After 130 pitches, though, how many different numbers can you call out? The 2-1. Foul back to the screen, and now Burgettstown down to their final strike. Tying run standing at third. Go-ahead run at second. 2-2 count to Guidi. Well outside. Good job by Emmerich to get out of her stance. But now a full count. Kabatka in the on-deck circle. I believe that's Alice, who was originally the flex. Batting for Ashlyn if she gets the chance. Payoff pitch. Foul back. We'll do it again. I lost count. I think we're at 14.
So 2 strike. fouling off. Set up 2 outs. Bases loaded. Tying run at third.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to end the ball game. 2 runners left on the bags. Shenango survives with a 5-4 victory. They will take on 2-seeded Bentworth in the WPL quarterfinals on Thursday. We'll step aside. We'll come back with your gem scoring recap and give out our Maley Chiropractic Play and MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Awards when we return here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zingleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
For 20 years, Maley Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Back here one final time on the Lawrence County SportsNet, a 5-4 victory here for the Shenango Wildcats. They advance to take on 2-seeded Bentworth. And tell you what, the way this game started and the way this game finished is all you want for Shenango. The middle innings were a little rough, but they did enough to hold on, and they have a date now at the number 2 seed here in the WPIL Class 2A tournament.
Yeah, there was a little bit of everything that we saw in the past couple innings there. Shenango comes out quickly and takes a 3-0 lead, and we almost thought that Shenango was on the offense there and was going to come out run and gun and possibly end this one early. But on the flip side, if you're a fan of Burgettstown, give them credit. They come back and they score 3 runs of their own to tie this game up and make it 3-3. And it forced hands because at that moment, when that game became tied at 3-3, it seemed like Burgettstown flipped the switch, and all of a sudden all the momentum then switched to the Blue Devils. And then Lynn there, unfortunately, starting to get there at that pitch count. She earned today. She pitched over 130-some pitches to win this and get the victory. But nonetheless, a lot of sparks to be had in those first couple innings. And then all of a sudden it just came down to which team wanted it more. And today, in this moment, and here at Centennial Field, the Shenango Wildcats got that fourth run and got a 4-3 lead. And I tell you what, you said it in that sixth going into the seventh inning. How big was that fifth run?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry about that, folks. It's tough. We understand it. You have 2 games back-to-back, and you're trying to get out as quickly as possible. But unfortunately, for the second time, somebody has pulled the plug on us. So when you lose power source to the outlet, you kind of lose power to your audio system. So unfortunately, that's been pulled twice. But anyways, to finish what we were talking about, Dawson was making that comment in that 6th inning. How big was that fifth run?
Mm-hmm.
And you and I were sitting here thinking, yeah, it was big. But at the same time, probably in the back of your head, 5-3 lead, you should be,
right,
pretty okay. And then all of a sudden, Burgettstown did get that manufactured 5-4, that 4th run there, and they had bases loaded
with nobody out.
And that sounds so familiar. Unfortunately, as a Wolverine fan, that feels
yes.
very familiar from last week. But unfortunately for Burgettstown, they fall to the Wildcats 5-4. And on the flip side, if you're Shenango, you're like, okay, excited, we got the win. You got to breathe because you got to quickly turn around, and you got a couple days, and you got to go right back at it.
Now, they're going to take on one of the top pitchers in Class 2A, but they've taken on a couple of the top pitchers in Autumn Boyd and Addie Deal already twice each this year, and throw in, I think Abigail Measle threw against them at 1.2. Let's call her probably the 3rd or 4th best pitcher in Class 2A. So they've seen plenty of great pitching. It's going to be a fireballer in Bentworth's freshman coming out here, but we'll get to that one on Thursday. Site and time to be determined. We'll get all those announced hopefully tomorrow morning when the brackets are released. But how big in that final inning? Double, hit by pitch, walk. The fielder's choice, pitcher getting the lead runner at home. Fielder's choice brings in a run, and then a strikeout to end it, the 8th of the game for Kennedy Lynn to get the 5-4 victory. A couple of awards to give out. Let's start with that Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Cooper Buckland, right field. Wow. Holy cow.
Yeah, there was a string of 2 or 3 in a row for both teams, back-to-back innings, but that catch in right field, that was the play of the game, and that sealed the deal in an opportunity where Burgettstown, they had the momentum. It quickly switched, and that catch there kind of settled the tone, kind of forced it back in Shenango's direction.
So she gets your Melee Chiropractic play of the game for her sliding diving catch in right field. And I know Tyler Aaron caught that one big time. Can't wait to see the replay of that diving catch out there in right for your Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game, and that one certainly did there to end the 4th inning, because that would have given Burgettstown a lead, actually, at that point. Big reason why that's your Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Your MVP, Insurance MVP of the game. A lot of different ways you can go. Again, honorable mention, Kennedy Lynn with a 8 Ks, an RBI at the plate. Brianna Lucia went 2 for 3, an RBI double. But we're going to go with Zoe Offey. 3 singles, a 3-for-4 day, a stolen base, and she scored what ended up being the go-ahead run in that 6th inning, a leadoff single, and ended up scoring that run to give Shenango the lead that they would not relinquish. So Zoe Offey as our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. call MVP for the win. They both just got their customized T-shirts, by the way, courtesy of the Red Zone. Your final line score, Shenango, 5 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, 6 runners left on the bags. Burgettstown, 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and they stranded 8. Again, Shenango against 2-seeded Bentworth on Thursday. Brad, 2 for 2 days, sir.
Woo-hoo.
Lawrence County, 2
that?
for 2 here.
We made it work. We made it happen.
Yes.
Once again, we want to give a big shout out to Mars High School
yes.
For hosting us and setting things up. And it's tough when you have schools being let out, and within less than 2 hours, you got to be ready to go again. And props to Mars High School and Centennial Field for hosting us. And big props to Tyler here, all 6'7" of him. Staying out there for 4 hours, back-to-back games. We appreciate Tyler being here and helping us out and manning the fort here in the outfield.
Oh, we are glad to have him home, no doubt about it. And so big thanks to him. Big thanks to Brad. Again, huge thanks to you for getting all this set up here today and allowing me to be able to swing in right after work and basically arrive, go on the air, and watch some ball for a couple of hours.
Absolutely.
Gotta love it. By the way, time of the game, 1 hour and 35 minutes. That'll do it here from Centennial Field for the entire crew here, Tyler and my colleague Brad Wernhurst, and everybody scattered around the WPIL with the Lawrence County SportsNet. Big props to my entire crew. This is James Dotson saying so long, and stay tuned for as many games as we can cover on Thursday right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.